Hello, Lego lovers. This is Elle, and this is a Lego Disney princess, maybe? Parts review. Yeah, and I'm excited to get back into doing these, and I'm really excited about Raya and the Last Dragon. So this set is Raya and Sisu Dragon, and this is set number 43184. And it has 216 pieces. I did watch the movie, and I'm watching it again right now while I'm making these videos. It's not on, obviously, because I'm making this video. This is bag one of the set, and just by seeing the pictures and stuff, I noticed there's going to be a lot of interesting parts and new stuff in here. So I'm excited to get into it. So let's do it. First of all, let's start with something weird. And that is this, very foily. You can see that you have what looks like a lavender and a blue type plastic part. You can see the connection holes in there, and it's very flowy and kind of thin. I'm excited to get into these. I think maybe having two of them would be cool for doing some custom type dragon type stuff. And the other side is this super shiny gold. So that's just an interesting, really cool thing that adds to the set a little bit. We also have a sticker sheet. Not too fancy here, although we kind of have your ornamental dragon type look stuff. It's a cool little flower picture. And then we have an additive for a waterfall, which I don't usually like because, I don't know, they just look cartoonish when they use a sticker for that. Then we have Raya's sword. I'm not sure. I should probably have watched it first so I can get the name right. But this is a new piece in a sand green, and I think it's awesome. It's fairly detailed for a Lego sword. You can see it kind of has a wiggly blade. Now, unlike in the movie, she actually throws it out like a whip. You can't obviously do that with this, but if you wanted to, you could probably grab a whip and imagine that it's this sword too. Speaking of her, this is her figure, and it is very nice. I think it looks great, very comparative to the movie. No real printing on the bottom, but you kind of have cargo pants, except there's no pockets. Just kind of have the straps on the side. Not too fancy. Now this hair hat piece is one piece. Fairly detailed on top, which is pretty cool. It's solid, dual molded, and then you do actually have a hole here on the back that you can put an accessory in just right on the back there. It's kind of hard to see. But her facial print, you can see right there. Pretty nice, fairly accurate. Just love having a more variety of figures. The torso print is great. You kind of have a wrap of clothing in multiple different colors, and it even continues on the back with a nice texture on that brown. So nice figure. We only have one mini doll, I believe, in this set, but let's get into the parts of bag one here. First of all, we got some white. Now, there's nothing really special and new here. However, there is 4 of these kind of rounded tile parts. Just a really cool little detail type part that they've introduced recently. And there's also this cracked egg type part, which recently they've been using as a flower, and I find it a fantastic use. You can put a flower in there. Couple different ways you can kind of build that out to make really beautiful looking white flowers. I do hope they make those in different colors at some point, just because it's a great piece. Obviously the flowers are a little bit big, but I don't care. So going down, we have some of this light yellow, not a whole lot, but we do have 2 of the Technic pieces with a hole. Not too common at the moment. We have some tan gold bars. We also have this in tan, which came with Super Mario, but this is just plain. I can't find too many uses besides like detail and pictures. A rug or something. I don't know. I'll have to see how it gets used in this one. This is a wonderful piece. This is her map. And as you can see, look at how detailed that is. It's on a 2x3 tile. Red is the base. And just, oh gosh, that looks just so great. It even has that detailed border on there. Wonderful. And you get that in this set. It's great. You have some gold here. I don't think there's anything too rare in that gold. We got some ball joints, obviously. Just a really nice part. This is a newer part this year, too. A 1x1 with Axel. I swear there was a project I was working on where I was like, did they ever make a part like this? Because I could use it. This is a great part, and there's 2 in this bag. So we also have some of the dark turquoise. Just overall a nice color to start seeing more often in more parts. And then we have aqua. We have a lot of under tiles, or the slopes here. The 1x2, and then we have this kind of larger one here. Just nice to see more aqua getting made. We also have this interesting part, this 2x2 kind of house roof type part. Not sure how to explain it, but it kind of like peeks up. And then we also have some transparent stuff. We have these, which came in the Elsa storybook. They're the second Frozen storybook. It's kind of hard to tell, but this is that transparent light blue satin. So you kind of have like a mist of very fine glitter in there. And there's 2 of those, which is nice. We also have some 1x1s. We also have one of these curved round bottom parts. And then in satin, which kind of came with the Friends Jungle parts, we have one of these kind of pieces that they've used as a waterfall or as a windscreen or window. And it looks really nice with that faint glitter mist in there. Tons of jewels in that light blue. Then in this blue, this azure, I really like that color over the basic blue. And as you can see, there's a lot back here. A lot of this is kind of uncommon, but here we have some 1x2s with axle holes. We have the flower part, which is starting to get fairly common. They've actually made it in new colors. But we have some new and interesting parts. This is a surprise, too, in this color to find one of these. I don't think I've seen that before. But this is a new part, a new kind of slope. It's a 1x3 kind of curved in slope. You can kind of see how it is there. And there's quite a few in this color in this set. And as you can see, they have that nice parallel sloping. And yeah, just an interesting part. I think it'll definitely have some uses, and I think if they make this in a brown, you could make some easy trees kind of look like that, and then put leaf parts underneath that. I think it's going to be an interesting part. Great for roofs and edges. Here they use it for the dragon's legs to really kind of get that kind of curvature, bend at the knee that they don't use joints for. There's more going on here. That's a nice little detail piece. Here we get in that color, just one of those. We get 5 of this part, which they introduced with Mickey Mouse, that big set in, I think, black for their like legs. And here we have it in that blue, basically axle hole, and it's just a thick tube. And there's 5 of them in here in a different color. Just crazy interesting. And this I've never seen before, so I don't know if this has been made previously. Maybe a Jurassic Park set would use this, but it's what they use for the tail. And as you can see, we have a 2x2 cylinder, and then it goes into an axle hole back here. So just kind of an interesting tail part. Now, if they use it for different colors, you definitely could use it for other stuff. Just a really, really different, interesting part. Speaking of different and interesting parts, this is Sisu's head. Wow. It's fairly accurate, I'll say, to the character. You got the nice printing for the eyes there. You have a smaller mouth than some of the previous dragons that they've done. And it does clip in and out very nicely. You kind of have pretty much one real open and close. You don't have different levels. You can see it connects with a Technic pin there. And then it's triple molded, I think. You have this lavender hair back here. Now there is no accessory holes, unfortunately. And then you have this dark blue kind of transparent, kind of fade almost. And this is actually rubbery, so it can kind of move. So it has some give. You don't hurt yourself with it. just a crazy big head part that's got a lot going on. Just pretty cool, actually. So that is it for bag 1, and there's a lot of awesome in this set. So let's go and check out bag 2. Alright, here we are with bag 2. And as you can see, we got a lot of the same kind of colors, but a little different selection of parts. So first of all, we got 2 of these nice kind of panel window parts. Not too special, but nice and easy to kind of bulk up builds and such. We have a couple other white parts. We do have 2 of these nice bracket bricks here. As you can see, it's just a 1x1, but 2 high. 2 of those. We also have this nice big brick, just nice to fill in space. For gold, we have a couple parts. This is interesting to me. It's a minifigure head in gold. I don't think I have seen that too much. We have 1 candle part and a couple of these gold spikes. Nothing too special there. A lot of gold flowers. We got some dark blue. This I haven't seen in this color. This hinge part in just your standard blue. Then we also have 2 only of these little gem pearl type parts that kind of came in dots. Basically a 1x1 kind of raised tile in kind of a clear pearlescent type color, like the satin color. For dark turquoise though, we got a couple neat pieces here. We do have 1 of these in that dark turquoise, the kind of 3x3 kind of rounded time cover, we'll call it. Just a nice new part to get. Also this in teal, which is now I think only in Andrea's house. This is, no, I think that's a different part. But just happy to see this in, oh my, in teal. A couple other teal parts here which are pretty neat. And then we have this light yellow, and we have hinge parts for it. Just interesting to see it in a different color, but nice. We have some tan plates, not too special. We got more of that really awesome kind of blue azure type color with 2 of these nice parts. That new part. We also have 1 of the coral pieces over here in coral. Just a very nice, awesome kind of part. Wacky color. And we have some of these purple triple leaf parts. This part here is another nice part. It's that kind of gift present container type part, but it's actually in kind of a medium brown or nougat type color. Really happy to see that in a more natural color than I think I've seen it in white. And like yellow. So nice to see that in a more basic type brown color. But that's all the parts for this set. Now it is a $30 set, and I kind of feel that it has got the value. You have a lot of, maybe not a whole lot of larger parts, but there are some larger parts and they're newer ones. It also has a lot of unique parts and new parts. Recolors of parts, just interesting parts overall. And some nice colors. They're not kind of bland colors. You got a nice variety of colors. So I have to say, I think this is a little expensive, maybe at $30. But you do get big parts like the head. You get those plastic parts. Obviously, there's stickers in there. Nice mini doll. So it might be a little expensive for some people, but I do think it's a really good part set. Lots of great assortment of parts in here. Obviously, we're in kind of 1 color bracket. A lot of that nice blue. Yeah, I really like the parts for this set. I think there's a lot of interesting things that'll be nice for building. But yeah, that's it for this review. I want to appreciate you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and you'll check out more of my videos. Thanks again.